my name is Cillian Dunbar. I'm a cadet in the Naval Service and I've been in the Naval Service since March 2024. So when I was in school and I was doing my Leaving Cert, I actually wanted to be a teacher. And I obviously studied for my Leaving Cert, and I took a year out and I was going to go to college after taking a year out of school. And I went working on the building sites. And when I was on the building sites, then I actually met a man, and he was in the Naval Service about 30-40 years ago, and he actually suggested the idea of joining the Naval Service to me. So it just sounded like a great idea and a great job when he described it to me, and that's what made me want to join then. So if I could talk to myself at 18, I'm currently 21, but if I could talk to myself at 18, I'd say join straight out of school. Join as early as possible, because that's my one regret that I have, just not joining earlier, so I'd be able to progress more in my career, you know. Yeah, so in training, you wake up at around 10 to 6 in the morning, and at 6 o'clock you go out for early morning activities, which would be like a little jog, a bit of stretching, just a bit of exercise to wake you up in the morning. And after those activities, you go back to your accommodation and you'd prepare yourself for the morning before you go for breakfast, so shower, do whatever you need to do, and then you go for breakfast at 7:30, and after breakfast then you'll be brought out for a kit inspection, so your uniform inspection, and then also accommodation. And there's obviously standards that need to be met, so that's what the inspection is for. And then once the inspection is done, you'll either go into classroom work. It depends, because you'll be learning about weapons, you have to learn about knots, all that sort of stuff. And if you're not in the classroom, you'll be doing fitness training, so you go under your own PTs. And then you also have your lunch and your dinner, and then you have supper in the evening, and you also have cleaning stations, which is just cleaning in the evenings, getting everything back up to scratch, everything nice and clean. And then you take care of your kit after the cleaning stations, and when you take care of your kit, you get inspected on it then the next morning, and it's just it's nice and repetitive. It's a nice schedule to follow, you know. I actually was concerned about fitness and the physical aspect of the military, because everyone has the militarization phase when they join, and it is very physical and the training is very robust, but they work you up to it. You see, I was afraid that you'd be thrown into the deep end and you're just expected to do all this stuff, but they work you up bit by bit, and then eventually over time you'll be well able for it. So I'd say the physical aspect, because it is robust and it is tough, but once you persevere and get through it, there's no better feeling in the world, you know. People like to say that the Naval Service will be home for lunch, but the Naval Service, it's a 24/7, 365-day job, you know. It's very hands-on, it's very busy. So people saying that to be home for lunch it's not always true, unfortunately. As much as I'd like it to be true, it's not true. Teamwork is obviously a huge part of the military, and especially the Naval Service, because you come in here as strangers, you come into the Naval Service as strangers, and you actually bond very quick, you glue together very quick. And that's a huge thing, because when you get posted out to sea and you're on a ship of 52 people, like, you're around those people all the time, so you have to really create a strong bond. And the teamwork, if you're friends with everyone on the ship, the teamwork it's so much better, you know. And you're always there for each other because you're around each other all the time, as I said, so you're almost like one big family on the ship, you know. Yes, so for myself, I actually was enlisted first. I went into Naval Service enlistment first. So I did my recruit training up in JOTC Gormanson in one platoon. So we were the first platoon of the JOTC. And that was initially 12 weeks. And then you go down to the Naval Service, down to the base in Haulbowline and Cork, and you do the OARS course, which is another 12 weeks on top of that. So there's 24 weeks of general enlistment. And once you complete the OARS course, you move on to branch training. And I got Seamen's branch, which was the branch I wanted. And I actually completed my seamanship part of the branch training, and I was offered my cadetship then. So I accepted the cadetship, and the cadetship training is 22 months. So it's a long time, but it's very rewarding. And as of right now, I've been in the cadetship for 11 months, 10, 11 months now. So I have another 10 to go, so it'll be rewarding by the end of it, you know. Lots of skills and qualities that I've personally gained from the service itself, and that's communication, how to actually present your voice and make yourself heard. There's teamwork, there's motivation, determination, there's so many, and I could go on and on, but one huge thing in the military, especially the Naval Service, would be not determination, but discipline, you know, military discipline, and how you actually carry yourself as well, because how you carry yourself is big anywhere in the outside world, in a military environment. How you carry yourself is one of the main things, you know. There's obviously your annual wage, and you get paid monthly in cadetship, but enlisted you get paid weekly. So as I said, there's like pros and cons to both sides. But when you're out at sea, there's for the first 10 days of your first patrol, you get paid €64 every single day on top of your wage. So that's very helpful. And then when you get past the first 10 days of your patrol, for the rest of the year, then if you're out at sea, you get an extra €128 a day, which is a big bonus, and it's very helpful. So the finances are definitely there. Joining the defence forces in general, and the Naval Service obviously, you can save an awful lot of money, because your accommodation is on the base, and you get food, you get breakfast, lunch, dinner and supper, and it's no expense to you, you know. And I just feel like there's so many benefits, because you have your gym, you have everything you really need, you have all your friends on base because you make friends, and as I said, you eat 3-4 times a day if you like. The Naval Service provides so much, because you have your medical side of it as well, and you have your dentists, and there's a lot to take care of you with, you know. Yes, so there's gym facilities on the base, and you can go down and you'll do either class fitness training sessions, or you can go down on your own time and do your own training sessions as well. And you can obviously go for a run if you like. But then, whereas at sea, there is a gym on the ships as well, and you can actually work out in the gym on the ship. But the onus is upon you as well, because no one's going to make you do it if you're not in training. So it's just keeping up that standard of fitness yourself, and keeping the motivation and determination to keep fit yourself. So yeah, how disciplined you become and how fit you become, because you're training every single day, and you're ironing your kit every day, and you're polishing your boots every day, and it just becomes a part of life, and that sort of discipline you don't gain anywhere else. And then the level of fitness as well, it's just, you become a way better person by the end of it, you know.